Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Dana. These are your Tuesday tips, and today is part 2 of my Holiday Helpers series for December. Now, this can be a challenging time of year for leaders of volunteers for a variety of reasons, not just an issue of too many or too few people, which is what we're talking about today. We get a lot of people who are celebrating the Christmas or New Year's holiday wanting to just show up and drop in on organizations that haven't called to them, haven't invited them to join an event or a volunteer activity, or might be closed due to pandemic health response. So we also get an extreme this time of year in the Northern Hemisphere. We get winter storms, hurricanes, that type of natural disaster potentially inspiring people from the goodness of their heart wanting to again just show up at the site of something or drop off or send a bunch of stuff that actually impedes the volunteer efforts of government agencies and nonprofits that are responding to disasters. Now, it might seem a little bit funny to include holiday volunteer response and disaster volunteer response in the same video, but they have the same core issue, which is that people do not understand, the public does not always get that they should not follow the good impulse of their heart and just show up unannounced or uninvited to help out. We want to nurture that spark of inspiration in people, but we want to direct it in a genuinely helpful way. So here are my Tuesday tips around the problem of too many or too few volunteers, either for holidays or responding to natural disasters in extreme winter or extreme summer weather, depending on your hemisphere. The main thing to do is to message as much as you can early on in the holiday season, weeks ahead of a Christmas holiday or a solstice holiday or a New Year's holiday, and let people know exactly when and where and how they can help, whether that's remote opportunities, whether that's steering them to other agencies, not your mission if you are shut down for health reasons and you're not utilizing in-person volunteers. That's fine. Just help people know where to go. If you do get folks just turning up out of the blue uninvited, it's frustrating. Try not to let that frustration get to you and say, hey, you know what? We're not utilizing volunteers right now or today, or we have enough that are already signed up. Here's where you can go spontaneously and help out. So it's really helpful to steer people towards Volunteer Match, Idealist, other organizations that list volunteer opportunities so that you've got that information ahead of time if you're bombarded with either drop-ins or a lot of calls or a lot of emails of, hey, I want to do something for the holiday, I want to help out. That's great. We just want to redirect that energy to something helpful. It's a little trickier in the occurrence of natural disasters because there's so much chaos going on. And people showing up to volunteer can genuinely get in the way and hinder efforts to save lives and save property and impede the work that the government or the nonprofit agency is trying to do for that disaster. That's a little more tough. The same basic premise, but again, having a united message with a lot of agencies that would naturally respond to these situations, all sing the same song, saying the same voice. Here's how you can help. Please do not, we appreciate it, but please do not just show up or bring food or drop off teddy bears or something like that. There's a lot of stories with major disaster recovery agencies talking about warehouses full of stuff that they have to take volunteer and employee time to sort through rather than have those volunteers and those employees genuinely do the work that they're there to do, helping people who are absolutely upended in a natural disaster. So these are our holiday helpers whose heart is in the right place. We just need to help give them the information and other choices of opportunities if our agency is not able to host them as drop-in or large groups, as tends to happen in this time of celebration. So we hope you enjoyed these Tuesday tips. Tune in next week for part 3 of Holiday Helpers, and we'll see you next time.